Hi, I'm Sean Martin, President and founder of Donek Snowboards. It's been a long time since I've been able to put together any videos. Even longer since I've done any sort of updates on what's going on here. November and December tend to be our busiest times of the year. And in addition to getting all those Christmas orders out to our customers, we've been doing a lot of other stuff. Probably the biggest one is this new machine that I'm standing in front of right here. This is a new CNC machine. And if you look over my shoulder, sort of behind this machine, you'll see the original one we bought back in '99. Both of them are shop-bought machines. The company's been around for quite a while, but I believe we were probably one of the very first snowboard or small snowboard manufacturers to adopt CNC technology and begin using it initially in production, and then to give us the ability to do a lot of custom stuff. These machines are integral in our ability to customize shapes, lengths, widths, side cut shape, make unique tooling, make unique stuff. So in the spring we had a couple of breakdowns on the old machine and decided it might be wise to have a backup, so we decided to purchase a second one. For me, it's really cool to be able to come out in the shop and see both machines running at the same time and getting twice as much done with a single operator. The other kind of cool thing is making our plate cores here was kind of neat this year, because we were able to set that plate down on the old machine, do the op from the top side, pick it up, take it over to the other machine, turn it over, and run the ops from the other side while it was cutting the next core. So it gives us a lot of improved speed and reliability. In addition to getting this machine up and running and getting all our Christmas orders out the door, we've introduced 4 new models and I guess 1 new feature that we haven't really offered as a standard feature in the past. So we've got our new Rev Series. This is one of those Revs. This is the race boards we've been working on very hard for the last few years, and spent a lot of time in the spring developing with the Steamboat team. It's our race board, and the other kind of cool thing about it, hopefully we can make this visible, but it's got a textured top sheet we're now offering on it as well. So maybe you can see that. You can definitely hear it if I scratch on it there. And the nice thing about that textured top sheet is that it doesn't show scratches nearly as well as a glossy top sheet, which is kind of cool. And personally, I think it just looks really classy. So that's an option you might want to consider if you order a board. If you want something that looks a little different or isn't quite the same, we can give you that textured top sheet. One of the other models we introduced this year is our Proteus. I've talked a little bit about both of these, I think, in other videos and online, but this is our aggressive free carver. It's a fixed radius side cut and a lot of fun to ride. We also introduced our Hazelwood, which is our big mountain gun. And this board here is a 192, and this customer wanted it split, and that's that new capability I told you about. Well, we've made split boards in the past. We've never really offered it as a standard option. If somebody said, hey, I'd really like a split, can you do it? We've said yes. Well, this year we completed the CNC coding that allows us to split a board as easily as changing the side cut shape or the width of a board, which for us is simply a matter of typing in the new width into the computer. So we've got a 192 split Hazelwood here, which is really kind of neat. And then the 4th model we introduced this year was that Nomad series. And this is our powder board, tree powder board. It's It's got a real tight side cut radius up in the shovel, long in the back. It's a lot of fun to ride. This one here is split. It's actually a carbon fiber construction. We are endeavoring to make a super lightweight split board for a lot of these guys who spend a lot of time in the backcountry. This board comes in just under 7 pounds. It's a 167. You know, hopefully we'll continue playing around with it and trying to find other ways to lighten things up. It's got our standard core. All we did was use a carbon fiber laminate on top and bottom. But with that hardware and everything mounted to it, it's just under 7 pounds, which is pretty darn light, I think. So I thought I'd show you a couple other neat little boards we just recently produced. This is a metal saber, our race watercross sort of board. And you know, we've been pushing the carbon fiber sabers a lot because they're pretty light. We haven't made too many of these in recent in the last year, but Morton Nyberg asked for one of these so he can race on it, and it's actually, for a 170, it's incredibly light. So you know, if you're looking for a lightweight board, want that metal construction, we can certainly do it. And that blunt tip and tail he asked for really came out nice. I think we're going to make that as the standard look for the metal sabers. And I got one other sort of neat project I wanted to show you. This was a custom built for a customer. Got a custom graphic in the base, and on the top sheet he's got this neat little Wolverine print on there. So those sort of shows off our custom graphics capabilities, or the custom stuff we do for some of our customers. One of the other things we've been working really hard on the last few months has been our plate system. We had some very specific goals we set out at the end of last season for this thing. One of them obviously is what can we do about weight, and the really nice thing is we've shaved between 15 and 20% of the weight on this thing. We're now down below 4 pounds with the plate, the hardware, and the screws that hold it to the board are now under 4 pounds, which is pretty impressive for the materials we're using. We did that by sort of optimizing the shape, so it's become a little bit smaller, and the shape has been optimized around just fitting a binding on it and no extra material at all. We eliminated the graphics on the bottom side, which actually contributed between 2 and 3 ounces of weight to the entire plate. So it made a big difference to remove that. And we also completely overhauled the hardware. And if you remember last year's 4x4 hardware, didn't look anything like this. This is a lot more refined, a lot nicer looking. It's much easier to mount, and just a great improvement over what we did last year. One other thing that's happened for us in the last couple of months is sort of a something good coming out of something really difficult for us. We had a bit of a supply issue with the rubber foil that goes in our metal boards, and have tried some new materials and some different things, and in the end we've been able to come up with the same product we've been making, but actually make the board a lot stronger. And that's pretty cool. That rubber plays an integral part in all the metal constructions as far as helping the board provide the dampness that you want, but also helping hold it together and keep it from delaminating under really extreme loads. Well, we've almost doubled the peel strength on the aluminum laminates that are going in the board, where it's critical with this new material. So while that was kind of stressful to not be able to get the material we wanted, we spent a bit of time in the last couple of weeks and figured out something completely, well, not completely new, but a little bit different, that allows us to make you a metal board that I think is going to be on par with our fiberglass boards as far as durability. I think that sort of covers all the recent or developments in the last 3 to 4 months, and hope you like watching the videos we put together, and we'll talk to you next time.